here with Sarah Thomas after Troy sweeps doubleheader against ULM. Sarah threw the ball pretty well today. Got a 3-hit, 5-inning performance, complete game. Picks up your first one of the year. Talk about how you threw in the first game against the Warhawks.
It was good. I just went out there, I trusted my stuff, knew what I was going to do, and then defense played great and they backed me up.
You've had a couple of close times in the circle where you've been close to getting your first win. Had a one-hitter a couple weeks ago, rolling into the 7th against UT Arlington. Lost a close one here against North Florida a couple of weeks ago. How did it feel to just get back out there for the first time in a couple of weeks?
It felt great to be back out there. I've been wanting to get back out there, and today was just a great day to go back and get the win.
How did you feel your stuff was today through that first game?
It was good. I went out there, I was confident, and I trusted it, and got me a win.
Defense made some pretty good plays behind you as well.
Yeah, they did really good. They saved me a few times.
0 for 2 day in the first game snap, your hitting streak, but you came back with a big day, 5 RBIs and a walk-off home run in the second game, the doubleheader to win it. How did you feel after that one?
Honestly, I felt amazing, and I didn't even care about my hitting streak as long as I was helping my team to win.
First home run in a while. How did it feel to get one out of the park?
I was just praying it would go out. I wasn't really thinking about it.
Did kind of the oncoming rain have anything to do with that?
Wasn't even thinking about it, honestly.
Yeah, moved around a little bit. Started at first for the first time in a while. Played it left towards the end of the second game. Talk about your just versatility. As you know, you have to move around a good bit. Talk about that and how well you kind of prepare for that going into a game.
Honestly, I just think about one position at a time and then just refocus on the fundamentals of each position.
Were you mad that your streak got snapped in the first game, even though you hit the ball hard twice?
A little bit, but then I just refocused.
Chandler out of the first game, picked up your 3rd home run of the year. Also played 3rd for the first time in a while. Talk about your performance in the first game of the doubleheader against ULM.
Well, when I was up, Hannah just hit that home run, so, the pressure was off, and Sarah was just pitching lights out. So when I was up, I was just wanting to have fun and just kind of trust myself and just do what I do.
How'd you feel when you hit it? It looked like a pretty good pitch that you got out of the park.
Felt really good. I don't really think about anything. Whenever I don't think about it, that's when I hit most successful. So I just kind of saw it, and then my hands just reacted.
Played 3rd for the first time in a while. How did you like being back in the hot corner?
I liked it. I love the challenges, and moving from 2nd and 3rd, it can be hard because you see the ball differently off the bat. But I like playing 3rd, and I felt like Taylor being over there was what the team needed.
All right, Hannah. 8th home run of the year against Monroe in the first game. Also had a double against the Warhawks. Talk about your kind of performance. And you also had a pretty good base run team to no stolen bases throughout the first game. How did that go behind the plate?
It went really well. We've been working really hard. I've been working on my transfer and the length of my arm, and also I've been working with Bailey on the coverage. And so we've kind of been iffy on it so far, but we're getting to where it needs to be. Hit
your 8th home run of the season, now in the top 10 in home runs in school history. Talk about your offensive production. You kind of moved around the lineup, back in the leadoff spot today. Talk about your performance hitting-wise in the first game.
I was feeling really good from the start when we were warming up in the cage. I felt like my swing was where it needed to be today, and it also helped that, Sarah was pitching really well, so that took some of the pressure off and just felt good, and I guess everybody else felt good because...
Talk about Sarah's performance in the first game, how well she threw.
Oh, she threw really well. She was a little iffy in the bullpen, but we kind of had a little pep talk, and me and Coach Amara both told her, she just needs to go out there and throw her stuff and do her thing. Like, we know that she can, and so she went out and she just trusted herself.
Melanie Davis after Troy's doubleheader sweep against ULM on Saturday. Coach, got through the rain, picked up win number 750 and a 12-0 rout of the Warhawks in the first game, and then Kacie McAllister's big 2-run walk-off shot gives you the win in game 2 for the sweep. Talk about the first game, how well Sarah Thomas threw, and then really the base hits that got all scattered around the first game that you guys had.
Well, as you guys know, we've really been operating on a very unhealthy pitching staff, so it was really encouraging today to be able to use all 4 of our pitchers. It set the tone. We told Sarah when we shut her down for a couple weeks to get her healthy that we needed her for this series, and she came out and did a really good job. I can't say enough about how important that was for her to shut out a free-swinging, aggressive Monroe team, so I was really proud of that. Also in the first game, I think it helped Sarah as we were able to give her some run support. She went through the lineup one time, and then our bats got hot with Hannah hitting the home run and Chandler hitting the home run, and then just, a lot of base hits throughout the lineup. I think we had 12 hits, and I think that was, they had to make pitch and change a couple times, and so that really helped Sarah stay relaxed, and that was key for us. I think you talked about it when you said we've been on the road for 5,025 miles since we played at home in Troy, second weekend of the season. So it was nice to get back home, and it was nice to hang on and kind of set the tone for the day by hitting really well in the first game and then having good pitching and good defense. Bailey made that one mistake, but it didn't cost us any runs, and that's been our goal. If we walk a batter, if we make an error, let's cover one another's backs. And we've not always succeeded in that, but it's very important that we were able to do that in that first game today.
The second game, ULM picks up 6 unanswered over the final 2 at bats, but you battled through it. Michaela Hamilton, talk about her performance at the start. Didn't pick up the win, kind of got the tough end of the decision, but it felt through really well towards down the stretch, kind of to battle out of a bases loaded jam. And then you get the big home run in the bottom half of the 7th.
Yeah, I was really happy for all 3 of those pitchers to combine. I think they contrasted well with one another. Michaela was work hard for the majority of the contest, but we could tell that she was getting a little tired, was losing a little bit of her stuff, and so we felt like we needed to make the change. For some reason, Monroe was able to see Rigney really well. We made a couple of really costly errors, in the outfield, which we typically haven't done this year. But we did make those mistakes and put Monroe back into the thick of things. They're a battling team, very well coached team by Rosemary Holloway Hill, their head coach, as well as their associate head coach, Sarah Vogt. They do a great job with those kids and get them to battle all the time. But I think the fact you alluded to it in Hannah's interview, we didn't give up the stolen bases, which has been a real big thorn in our side all year, and that took Monroe out of their offensive side of things. And the fact that we were able to bring in JC and that she was able to get that to find a way to pick up the win, even though they tied it. Our kids were seeing the ball real well all day, and just textbook softball in that last inning to have a slapper get on base. We have a sacrifice bunt by Michelle Moore, good base running by Ebony Wright to tag on Chandler's fly ball, and then of course you're just hoping that Kacie will get a CNI single, but it's nice to have her hit the walk-off home run. She's really been working hard on her swing and seeing the ball well, and just a perfect example of what a hard-working student athlete can achieve at this Division I level.
Picked up win 750 in game 1. Talk about that, and then kind of heading into tomorrow trying to pick up a sweep against Monroe.
Well, I don't keep up with numbers. It was really one of the biggest things I think about was when I was able to get up there with Chase Riddle, because he just has set the bar that will never be touched in my mind in terms of what can be done here at Troy University. And so once I got to that many years ago, in terms of just that now I'm getting a little older, I don't keep up with it that much. The kids do, and they really wanted to get number 750 in North Texas. I heard someone mention something about it, so I think they wanted to do that for me, and really it's just a good sign for the program. But what we've been able to achieve here I know that they'll tell me I have something brown on my nose, but with Dr. Hawkins' support throughout my 20-year tenure here, we've just been blessed with the opportunity to recruit great ball players in and just relax and do our jobs. And so I'm really pleased that we're able to get to that milestone. But tomorrow's going to be a big day. We can't think about 751 or 752. We have to think about that we need that key conference win, because we've got some really tough opponents ahead of us in Sun Belt play. So I think that, it's really important that we don't just relax. Monroe's going to be trying to find a way to leave out of here with a win, and we're going to have to bring our A game to have a chance to complete the sweep.